God.
What's up, everybody? Stevie Bizzle here on the 9th podcast of Allegiance official podcast. We're here. January 2nd is today, and it is 8 o'clock for our live podcast. And I'm here with my fellow colleagues in crime, Icicle.
Hello. It's me, as always.
And Zod is actually wearing special Allegiance leggings to this week's episode.
It's a special day, man. It is.
How tight are those things on you right now?
Well, they're very tight, man.
Oh, man. So we got a good show for you guys today. We got some news that we're gonna go through for the community. So you guys are gonna get hit with some Allegiance community news like we always do. We're gonna go over some Christmas and New Year's stories that we've all had. I know Cole's gonna get into a little bit of a conversation of a charity she's working with. Then we're gonna go over some Destiny stuff. And then roughly early on, we have LesGetGaming coming into the podcast for an interview. So that should be a nice 30-minute interview with LesGetGaming of Dad Gamers. We always got our podcast contest, and should be a good one, guys. So Cole, how was your Christmas?
Are you ready?
I actually had it off for the first time in 5 years. Usually I had to work it. So it was really nice having it off from work. Went up, saw my in-laws, which isn't as bad as you guys think. Played a lot of Cards Against Humanity. Didn't get drunk, though. Should've.
Oh.
Oh, well. But yeah, it was great. Got to see my little niece. She's adorable. You know, did the whole thing. It was fun.
What'd you do on New Year's?
Nothing. I went to bed at 11 because I'd open up the shop
Oh,
at 6
my
a.m. the
God.
next day.
What?
I don't get very many holidays off, guys.
Jeez. What about you, Zod? What'd you do? Christmas? New Year's?
Christmas, New Year. Well, Christmas was always fun, man. I always get to see, family that I haven't seen or I have avoided for majority part of the year. But yeah, I know I'm horrible. But as far as New Year's go, man, it was great. A bunch of friends came over, friends that I haven't seen in a long time as well. So that was fun to just kind of catch up and catch up on good old days. And it was fun, man. It was fun.
And tell us about your New Year's.
I don't remember my New Year's.
What do you mean you don't remember your New Year's? What happened?
Listen, man. Cole says I'm getting older. I kid you not. My alcohol tolerance level has
We're all getting older.
dwindled. No, I'm staying younger forever. So I don't know what you're
No,
talking
you're
about, Cole.
not. You're not next, though. You're an awoken.
Well, what happened,
but no,
Zod?
it
Like,
was-
what did you drink? Why'd you start drinking? Like, how much did you drink?
Well, I mean, the night started very, very light. Had a couple of beers, and then we got into the. See, I'm a tequila type of person now.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you did, didn't it?
I
Exactly
can't.
what you did.
Well, I did a whole lot of things, but one of the things that it's my
goodness.
poison, man. That's what it is. I can't do vodka. I can't do anything else. It's tequila. It doesn't happen for me. But either way, man, it was a hell of a good time. So I enjoyed
Nice.
it. Won't be doing that anytime soon, unfortunately. But
Well, nice, cool. Yeah, I mean, what did I do for, so for Christmas I didn't do much of anything. I didn't really get anything either. But overall it was pretty laid back. Saw a bunch of friends on Christmas Day. There's a lot of drinking on the holidays for me, so I'm kind of in the same boat you are, as I didn't, a lot of beer pong and, a lot of drinking games and, a lot of next day hangovers. So I didn't really do much except sleep and be miserable and, the next day, and yeah, it was pretty laid back Christmas and New Year's for me. It wasn't too crazy, but pretty typical. So, all right, guys. Well, let's get into the news. We've had some news in Allegiance, some promotions, right, Zod? Who have we promoted past week?
We have so many promotions. Well, we've had a total between me and Cole. I think we've had a total of 6, Cole?
Eight.
See,
Eight.
not even we had so many promotions. I don't even remember how many we promoted in total.
We've had 8
No, but
total promotions.
Yeah, we've had a total of 8 promotions across every single division for the most part, and I'm very excited because some of these guys, you know, we've had Blueprints, we've had Tricky Sticky, we've had Cole. I know you promoted Kasky, the Badass, and Stevie, you promoted Northern Lights. All these guys have been around in our community for a while now, and you know, they're great guys. They're very active in the community, and I'm personally excited to see some of those events go up. So it's a good week for Allegiance whenever we have promotions, and we had quite a bit, and it's a great start to the year. So.
Hey Cole, what was your thoughts on the promotions?
Good lord, there's always so many promotions going on considering we need so many people, but I love the guys that we promoted up. I think they're going to do a great job. Definitely look for their events on the calendar. If you haven't done it yet, definitely get into a raid with Beef and Chunky. I know they were promoted 3 weeks ago, but they are a hoot. Individually, they are a hoot. Together, I don't think I'm gonna have a gut if I play with them one more time because it's just gonna break. You know, it's just bad. But
well, give us some examples, Cole. Don't let them hang,
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it? We did a raid. I think it was a hard mode King's Fall, and Chunky, Beef, and I, and like 3 other people. I'm sorry.
Wait a second. Time out. So did you just say Chunky, Beef, and I? What are you trying to tell us?
No.
That's what you just said. What did she just say, Zad? Did she just say Chunky Beef?
Beef, and I. That's what she said.
What's
Chunky
wrong with
Beef.
that's proper English, anyways.
Oh.
So
are we still talking about the raid?
Yes, we are, because we're moving on. No, but went in there and I could hardly concentrate on shooting my knight down just because they had me laughing so hard. But just random stuff, you know, little quips, little quotes. Oh my god, they are a hoot. I can't wait to play with them again. They're so great. And it's definitely fun going to Crucible with them too, because the shit talking is real.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's so real, it's not even funny.
And we have a deadline for a tournament, right, Zad?
Mm-hmm.
We do, and in case you guys have not tuned in, well, we just put this out like 2 hours ago, so. But if you guys check on the homepage of the Allegiance website, we have some news updates in regards to the tournament. And the deadline to sign up for a team is the 15th, guys. So if you are still looking to participate, the 15th will be the last day that you will be able to get into the tournament. If you miss that deadline, there won't be any teams that you'd be able to join. So what will happen is any team that's available or has open slots, what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and combine those teams. So, and that means there won't be any spots left, so spots will be even more limited. So make sure that if you're still looking to participate in the tournament, do so, sign up before the 15th. Otherwise, you risk the chance of missing a spot and participating. So.
Yeah, definitely sign up now, guys. I mean, once that 15th hits, really doesn't guarantee you guys a spot into the tournament, just because teams will be merging. There'll be, it'll be very, very difficult to get into a team once that merger hits on the 15th, just because those admins' teams will go away and they're going to be trying to get into their own teams as well. So 15th, I'd be shocked if the tournament doesn't fill in within a few hours. So, make sure you sign up now. You'll be guaranteed a spot if you sign up till the 15th. And hopefully we have a good tournament, guys. I'm excited to see what this tournament's about and, what teams come up on top. I think it should be fun.
It will be. I have a feeling we'll have some surprise team at the end, so that should be interesting.
So, Cole, I know you wanted to bring up a certain donation thing you're working on right now relative to gaming what's it called, Extra Life?
It's called, the full name is Extra Life for Kids, but it mostly goes by Extra Life. That's what they're officially called, I guess. But so basically, you guys have heard of like running marathons, and then there's like mathathon that, fucking, what are they called? Elementary school kids? I don't even know right now.
I don't know, Zad, you were part of those, right? What are they called?
Actually, mathathon. But basically, so Extra Life is a charity that helps out the Children's Miracle Network, all those hospitals that help out the kids, you know, that are dying of some despicable disease that I wish didn't exist. But so basically, what you do is you sign up to their site, you get your own page, and you get to pick what hospital or other, you know, viable charity within Extra Life that you want your donations to go to. And what you do is you do 24 hours of solid gaming. So basically, you're going to sit there on your butt doing what you're already doing while asking for donations for Extra Life. So you basically just spam your page, bring in people, you know, bring in other Twitch streamers that do all this stuff, and just get people to realize this is a thing that needs to be done. So you're going to sit there for 24 hours, game, and spam your donation page. Now, and all that money is going to go towards kids that really need it, who need that money for procedures or treatments or something. And all you got to do is game and post a URL here and there. But, I mean, you do in that 24 hours get nap breaks and pee breaks, I guess, if you're an organic, you know, food breaks. But it's basically like a running marathon, except with gaming. So it's something I'm going to do. I'm looking at doing my first one on the 23rd. Not sure what time yet, but going to have some events up the calendar for that. So if you want to join me, you are all more than welcome, even if you're not an Allegiance. But definitely going to be doing that a lot. My New Year's resolution is actually to do one 24-hour marathon for Extra Life once a month.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's
How
going to be fun.
many events can you cover in 24 hours? It's going to be the...
I'm going to go for a record, man. I think I'm going to go for a record of at least 15.
Wow.
15 events.
15 events.
God.
The calendar will be packed on that day.
Oh, yeah.
And Cole will probably be a little bit crazy after, like, the 14th event, so...
Oh, yeah.
Those will be the ones to sign up for.
Crazy, but...
Already a little crazy. But yeah, that's going to be going up. If you want to know more about Extra Life, definitely check out their Twitter, their page, everything. And I'll actually make a forum post about it for Allegiance guys. But yeah, look for that coming up on the calendar.
Cool. And how did you figure out about that, Cole? How did you find out about Extra Life?
Strange thing. I heard about it here and there. Didn't really give a big thought about it. But when I went to the Austin Comic-Con here in Austin, where I live, they actually had the retro Mario playing, and you could just stand there and play Mario, and they told you all about their stuff. And I actually didn't stop to ask them anything. I just saw them like, oh, that's pretty cool, and looked them up later. But actually got to know them, that they actually existed at Austin Comic-Con, so it's pretty cool.
Awesome. And Zod, do you think you would be a Extra Life guy? You think you might get into that?
If man, if the schedule lines up, yeah, I'd totally be.
What do you mean your schedule lines up?
Well, man, 24 hours of gaming a day.
That's what you do already.
Full 24 hours.
I do
full 24 hours, but you can like drop in for an event or two. You don't have to stay there.
Of course, yeah. Of course, I'll jump off for a crazy cool event. That's a guarantee. But 24 hours, no, I mean, if you can game for 24 hours, then I salute you. I don't know if I have it in me.
You already do that, though, Zod.
No, that's just a rumor. I'm not always online for 24 hours. It seems that way, but
Scrub.
I'm not.
I did it for Taken King. Did it for Crota. Where are you at?
I did too, man. A week off for that. But it should be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It sounds like fun. It sounds like a lot of work too.
Yeah, it does.
So guys, let's get into our segment of, and we also have LesGetGaming coming up from DadsGaming. So let's go through this real quick. The week that was, and coming up next week. So we had Iron Banner this past week, which I have to say was a super lag fest for me. I don't know what you guys have been dealing with, but the servers have been brutal. And then we also had the end to SRL. So wanted to get your thoughts on the Iron Banner lag. And how frustrating that might have been, and where you guys are at with Iron Banner, and your recap on SRL. So, what do you guys think about SRL for last week? Did you like the concept? Would you like to see them coming back? Is it something that they should scrap? What should we do?
Well, about that. I mean, it's fun. I will give it that. it has its issues, which I wish it would fix, but I wouldn't mind it coming back as, maybe an Iron Banner thing once a month. Maybe not an all the time thing, but they should definitely bring it back. But I mean, it was fun, but it's not really my cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea. What about you, Zod? SRL or Iron Banner?
I loved it, and I thought they did a phenomenal job with it. I think it could be improved upon, but I mean, they did a great job. It was a new concept. It was something that a lot of people were asking for almost a year. A selective few were asking for it, and I think the maps that they brought to the SRL they were pretty good maps. I would like to see a few more other maps, but even then, I mean, from a developing standpoint, I'm pretty sure that's tough in its own. And they did very well with the maps they gave us, so I want to see it back. I think that it'll be back. It'll probably be a time event like they do with Iron Banner, and I'm hoping that in the future they bring other maps. Just so, because I mean, as much as I enjoyed it, I could honestly say it did get a little stale. It got a little boring, playing the same two maps, but it was fun, and I hope they bring it back, and I think they will.
And what's coming up next week? Isn't there something that like Bungie's giving us next week, Zod?
Yeah. So do not step away from Destiny yet. So if you actually log in on the 7th of this month, you will receive your little Christmas gift that Bungie's giving everybody, and that includes 15 strange coins and 50 motes of light. And not a shader, that'd be great to get a shader, an emblem. So, we don't know what the emblem is going to look like, we don't know,
Nope.
We don't know, yeah, no one knows, so, I have several ideas of what the emblem should look like, but that's just me. But yeah, so log in, it should be in your Postmaster. And I think it's a good gift. It's a thoughtful gift. I mean, they gave us, I forgot what they gave us last year. It was what, like an engram, I believe, like a legendary engram.
I don't even remember, so long ago.
Yeah, it was, so, I'm more excited for the emblem, to be quite honest with you. Kind of curious to see what that's going to look like.
I just need the motes and the strange coins to rank up more in my faction.
Yeah, you're broke. You're straight up broke in Destiny.
Oh well.
Cole's going through some tough times in Destiny, guys.
I know, very tough times.
Tough? It's just, dedication. We'll put it that way.
It's not. You made a bad investment.
What investment?
You put all your stock in Future War Cult. Now, I love Future War Cult, but who gives away all their sins, all their modes for the rep?
I'm sorry, I don't need synth in hard mode because I actually know what I'm doing, so whatever.
What?
You heard me.
Well, while we have rainbow sprinkles over here, because that's what Cole looks like, and Robin Hood, according to General Zod, because he looks like Robin Hood with all that hunter gear. By the way, why does that look like that? Why does all the Iron Banner gear, like, I look like a knight from, like, because I'm a Titan. You look like someone that's taken away, thievery from... I don't know.
You're asking why it all looks medieval, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, they always say Lords of Iron or the Iron Lords, whatever the hell it is. So, basically, you do realize that during the Iron Age, combat was a major thing. That's how you proved your worth. So, everything back in that day is now what we have in Destiny, because that's what it was all about, was combat.
Why do we look the way we do, though? That's Stevie's question. Like, I mean, that makes no sense. Honestly, that's just...
So my Titan helmet from King's Fall raid looks like a dinosaur, because back in the days of dinosaurs, there was a flying bat that tried to kill me with mortar fingers. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Gear. Oh my God.
Why do I look like Robin Hood?
Yeah, why? Yeah, what's going on with Robin Hood?
It's medieval. That's what it's all about. Good Lord, learn your history.
Oh boy. Well, anyways, guys, I think it's time to bring in our special guest. We have a special guest today coming from DadsGaming, or Dad Gamers, or both. I think he could kind of clarify that for me. But we have LesGetGaming in here, so let's bring him in. Les, you out there?
I'm here.
Oh, he's so is it Dad Gamers or Dad Gamings, dude?
It is DadsGaming is the name of the clan, but we won't claim names. Some person has DadsGaming on Twitter and hasn't been active since September of 2013, but they're not letting go of it. So we're Dad Gamers on Twitter. So
Nice.
DadsGaming is.
Well, thank you for joining us. You're one of our special guests, so we like to call you. Well, first and foremost, we got to break you in and say how luscious you are first before we get into anything. So thank you for lusciously joining our podcast. Lusciously, but yeah, give us
luscious less. Is that what we want?
Oh, luscious lust.
Oh, there we go.
Did you say luscious lust or luscious list? Because luscious lish, lusciousness.
Oh God,
Well,
he's a warlock.
Zod is Zod's wearing some man leggings, so we can't throw that lust word around too easily.
Yeah, you guys are throwing it out there too loosely, in my opinion.
But tell us a little bit about yourself, Les. How'd you get into gaming, man? You're a pops, you're a dad, I'm assuming, because you're part of Dad Gamers. And
yes, I'm a dad of 2, soon to be 3. I have a 2.5-year-old, a 1-year-old, and my wife is pregnant with our 3rd. So I'm also insane. So you take that to the bank as well. But no, man, I got into gaming when I was, a little kid. My first game ever on Nintendo was Blades of Steel, which is just one of the best games of all time. It was one where you could literally fight your brother and you didn't have to actually bleed. So I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Nice.
So I played that. I played sports games a lot growing up, but I got out of gaming while I was getting my master's and doing some more of my later education. And then when I got married and found out that my wife liked to go to bed at 9 o'clock, I was like, hey, I would like some things to do. And so it was either start a new hobby, write a book, or play video games. And so that went with the video games route, clearly. Destiny really drew me back into the community hardcore. I was looking for a clan to join up with when I first got started, and that's how I found DadsGaming. They were on the forums page for Bungie, just sitting out in the open. And so I inquired. I was like, hey, I'm a dad. What makes you guys different? And jumped in. And quickly realized that there was a need to get guys plugged in and go out there and find them and recruit and put them in a healthy situation. And so I jumped in and started helping and serving and got hooked up with Reno, who is our fearless leader, and started being the community manager for the PlayStation 4 side. So that's how I got started. Sort of happened. So I've been playing since the beta. So
nice. So. You got me interested now. What do you have a master's in? 'Cause that's a lot of education.
I have a bachelor's at a secular university, but I have a master's of divinity, which is a concentration in Hebrew and Greek, traditional. It's not classical. It's Koine Greek and classical Hebrew.
Really?
So my mind got blown.
It's actually that's interesting because Zod is fluent in ancient Greek language. So maybe you just throw out a single comment to Zod, he can respond to you. Go ahead, Les.
Now, I don't have my master's, of course, but
all right, let's go. Ready?
Wow.
All right, Les.
Oh God.
Give us a single sentence, and Zod will respond.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, it's a dead language. It's like Latin. It's not spoken anymore. So you can't speak the language, but you can read it. And we have our best guess at what it sounded like. Our best guess at what it sounded like is something along the lines of ego emi lagos, which is like I am the word. Which is kind of what
ego emi galas, yeah. And,
Lagos.
All right, Zod, can you respond to that?
Ego emi lagos, yeah,
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, see, he knows what I just said. And
you just said the same thing he did.
no, I didn't.
That's actually really cool, though.
Yeah, that is. That's.
Yeah. This is like a hupa kurias humer, which is like from the Lord over. So just things like that. I mean, just it's an interesting language. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I wanted to be able to be good at what I do, and so I went back and learned some of the original languages that it was written in, a lot of the original text. I hope to start my PhD next year, but I need a little more German and French, and then some more Greek, some more Hebrew.
Wow.
So tell us a little bit about so you found Dad Gamers on the forums, and tell us a little bit about them. What is the community, you know, what is Dad's Gaming about, and what do you guys look for? You know, give us a rundown of Dad Gamers.
Sure. So, Dad's Gaming for me, and the big draw for me is really what we're all about. If you look at our tagline, is that no dad should be left to game alone with pubs. For dads especially, and I can speak to moms that are going to be somewhat like this, but for dads and Dad's Gaming, the time that you have for yourself is so limited. I mean, from everything from ball practice to plays to hobbies to lessons, and not only that, but on top of that, you're doing your own thing. You've got work. You've got just being a spouse. And so when you sit down to game, you may only have an hour or 2 hours in a weekend, and we're all about maximizing that time in a healthy atmosphere. So what Dad's Gaming is for those guys to be able to come in an environment where, look, if they're terrible, nobody is going to look at them and be like, hey, scrub, get out of here, you're not any good. But to say, hey, man, why don't we help you attain what you're good at doing? Like, for example, we've got some new guys that have started this last week, and so I've been playing Iron Banner with them and just running some Iron Banner. And one of them started, I mean, he clearly was not used to playing Crucible. He said, look, I'm a rookie in the Crucible. I know I am, but I want to play and get better. And so we just hooked him up to start playing with us. And he started kind of at the bottom of the barrel, but then he sent a message yesterday on our PSN chat and was like, hey, guys, I'm getting better. He had like 22 kills, a 2.85 KD, and this was like from the bottom of the basement. The night before it was like 0.1, and 0.6 was his highest KD. So, it's just about getting better and playing with people that aren't going to look at you and judge you and curse at you. Well, they may curse, but laughingly curse. They're not going to curse at you in anger over what you're doing. It's mainly just to be able to come in and have fun. So the other flip side of that is we're not trying to get YouTube famous, right? Like we're not trying to be YouTube famous. We're not trying to be the coolest. We're dads. We know we're not cool, okay? But we do know that we're fun. And there's a big difference between being cool and being fun, and a lot of times, and we like to be fun. We like to be fun to be around. We've gotten a great opportunity to work with Operation Supply Drop, which is something that's kind of like, Extra Life for Kids, doing something larger than yourself. And so, Cole, I really appreciate what you want to do with Extra Life for Kids. One of our dads, who was formerly one of our moderators, had to step away. His niece passed away last year and was part of the Ronald McDonald House, really poured into their lives. And so those type of charities, they mean a lot to us. They mean a lot to me. And so we like to be not YouTube famous, but we want to be involved and do things larger than ourselves.
Definitely. Oh, that sucks for that guy. But, what are you doing, Steve? You're being weird.
What do you mean? I'm not doing anything.
Follow me around. I see you.
So how did you rise up the ranks in Dad's Gaming, Les? I mean, you found him, you became a member, and now you're the community manager of the PS4 side of him. So how did that all happen and aspire to you getting your tags of and basically being essentially the lead voice of the PS4 side of that community?
Well, part of the problem is I can't say no. I have a problem saying no, just in general. So when it was, hey, would somebody like to host a game night on the PlayStation 4? I was like, yeah, I'll host a game night, sure. I mean, I'm not the best in the world, but I can at least be nice to people. So I helped host a couple of game nights at Cole. Don't you do it. I see you right there. I see what you're thinking. I see what you're thinking.
I'm sitting here, nothing. Minding myself.
So I got involved. I started getting involved that way, where I just said, "Hey, I'll be willing to help wherever help is needed." And I was active on the Reddit page and trying to help guide people where they needed to go. And a lot of our guys started out on the Xbox, and so there was a real need and a void in the PlayStation 4 side. And then my obsessive compulsive personality type towards new things set in, and it was game over. I've got almost 1,000 hours sunk into Destiny, and so just the sheer visibility of somebody that's on all the time helped a lot. But really, we're looking for guys that are active, and I'm not talking about obsessively playing a game. I'm talking about just physically active in the community. I see you, Cole, that are active in the community, people that are willing to help new people. I mean, I know you guys are big about that, helping people raid for the first time or helping people learn how to play PvP or whatever the task is. We want people that are willing to help new people out and then are patient. Patience is big. Patience is something that the world is suffering in short supply of in a lot of ways, unfortunately. And if we can just offer a little bit of that, and if I can offer a little bit of that for people that don't get it anywhere else in life, then that sets our community apart.
So I have 2 questions for you, man.
I'm only answering one, so make it a good one.
Make it count, right?
Right.
Make it count. So, how big is your community? That's my
Well,
first question.
it's hard to completely nail down 100% the answer to that question because we have a couple of different ways to attach to our community, right? So if you look at the Twitter page, we have almost 10,000 that follow our Destiny Dads Twitter account. We were featured unintentionally in Game Informer in the early days of Destiny with our tag thrown on there, and so that just really helped with some of our visibility and being put out there. So there's about 10,000 that follow our Destiny Dads account, and then about 4,000 that follow, 5,000 that follow our DadsGaming Dad Gamers account. We have about 1,000 that are subscribed to our Reddit page that are active on there pretty regularly, and then we have 3 clans on both consoles that are almost 100% full. So we have roughly 500 that are active in Destiny in clans, and then we have about 1,000 on our Reddit page. That's other games as well as Destiny. So we have like Rainbow Six Siege and Halo and Call of Duty, and so all those that work together well. So to answer your question, probably about 500 that are in our clan specifically. So, and some of those others are just followers that want to keep up with us, friends.
That's great, man.
Dude, Game Informer? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, so it was back when they featured a Dads of Destiny article back in the day, and they used Destiny Dads as the Twitter account on that connected to that. So.
That's crazy. Did they reach out to you, or how did that even come about?
No, that was an accident. They did not mean to do that.
Oh.
that was totally unintentional. So it was later fixed on the website, but the print publication had already gone out. So we were like, hey, yeah, that's awesome. But at that point in time, we had so many more Twitter followers. It was like, this must be them. This is clearly the most popular Dads clan.
Well, that's good for you guys. Free publicity.
Well, yeah. Again, but we care so little about making people happy, I guess, and being popular and cool. That for us it was like, man, yeah, that's great, but are we being good dads in a clan together? Like it's one thing to be able to Twitch stream, or it's one thing to be able to do YouTube or whatever, but we want to make sure that our primary focus is we don't lose focus on our members are most important. And Cole, I'm gonna knock you off.
I bet the dad jokes are real in the raids and hours of Crucible.
The dad jokes are totally real.
So there's not like your mama jokes in your community. There's like your dad jokes in your community. Well, your dad is.
Wow. Just
wow. Is that how it goes? The Price is Right. No, it's mainly just a bunch of really bad dad jokes. Pretty much.
Oh my god.
No, the other night
awesome.
we were playing a couple of nights ago with the guys from Crucible Radio, and I pulled up an Art of Manliness article, like the 10 things that a manly man should know how to do, and so we just started going through that, and we really were laughing, talking about a manly man should be able to build a fire. We're like, okay, yeah, I can get down with that. A manly man should be able to be able to iron his own clothes. And they're like, okay, this article might be suspect. And that's just the kind of stuff we laugh. We argue.
It started out great, and then it gradually.
Yeah, once we got to polishing your own shoes, ironing your own clothes, then I was thinking, okay. And sewing on your own buttons was another one. It's just
no, that's how you knew.
You get
that's
married.
How you knew.
You marry somebody that knows how to do all that. Just
my wife is sharp. She's all over it.
Well, while we have LesGetGaming here, we do have to give away our weekly Allegiance podcast contest question. We have to go that out so we can get a winner here. So, Cole, I know you had a question for the community to throw out there tonight. See if we could get a lucky winner for this week. So, what's your question, Cole?
Yeah. So last week, you should have tuned in because if you don't know the answer, oh well. But tough luck. No, really.
Damn, I know.
Just a little bit. No, but the question is, what is my main inspiration for the Enmity Hierarchy, which is my blog on the website? which you guys realize it's been going for almost a year, right?
I know, that's crazy.
Almost a whole year.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so what is my main inspiration when I am writing that?
So what is Cole's main inspiration for the enmity hierarchy?
Enmity hierarchy.
Can't even talk tonight. Alright, so,
I'm gonna guess it's the Chicago's song, "You're the Reason for My Life." That's it, right? That's
actually, my guess is cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Right.
Just cheeseburgers.
I could see her cheeseburgers being
you could see that, right? Like a cheesy meat patty
Yeah.
that is on 2 buns.
Oh
When you're trying to put a nice big cheesy meat patty in between 2 buns, could be inspirational. I mean, I'm just gonna say that right now. So,
I mean, I get inspired by cheeseburgers all the time, so I don't know why it wouldn't be an inspiration.
How do you say that in ancient Greek? Is that?
Cheeseburgers? They didn't have cheeseburgers yet.
Oh, damn it!
They also did not eat cloven animals in Hebrew, so I can't really help that there either.
So it looks like you can't say it. Yeah. So
cheeseburgers is definitely. Actually, I knew that, Phoebe. That's why.
Wow.
That's why you didn't respond.
So, Les, what is your favorite part of Destiny? Is it the raids? Is it Crucible? What is it?
Well, when I first started, I really, really enjoyed the raids. Like, I say raids, say it plural, but I mean, I really liked Vault of Glass. That was what we enjoyed doing the most. But the more and more I play, the more I find that I've hit a ceiling in the raids that I don't care to try to break through. I mean, I've done the hard modes, I've got the gear, blah, blah, blah. I just really enjoy PvP. Crucible is my favorite thing by far. As far as game modes go, and playing goes. If I'm playing Crucible. Somebody the other night in our chat, they were like, "So who got the great drops last week for the Nightfall?" And I was like, "Hey, can I be honest and say I haven't done a Nightfall in 2 months, so I don't know."
And
I'm on the same mindset, man. I don't really, I don't even do them anymore.
I used to solo them, but they're not as challenging anymore, so.
I just don't bother.
One of the questions I have.
Actually.
Oh, Cole.
You
got me. How about you stand on this ledge over here, see what happens, huh?
Well, see, I didn't hear the question, so if you want to ask it again, you can.
Oh yeah, well, actually, I'll just switch to her because her question doesn't matter. No, just kidding.
Damn.
Ask
What's your
favorite
Crucible game mode?
My favorite Crucible game mode? Oh, were you talking about Trials of Osiris, that kind of Iron Banner kind of thing, or are you talking about actual game mode like Elimination, Skirmish,
Any
Sixes?
of it.
Any of it? I really enjoy Trials on the weekends, but if we're talking about just a straight up game mode to play during the week, because of the Sixes, jumping in with friends and playing, I like Control. Just a little bit of mayhem, just a little bit of craziness, getting out there with friends, running around, not really having to care a whole lot, you're just having fun. But if I'm talking about I'm going to sit down and play and be serious, I like Elimination, Trials of Osiris.
Freaking Trials of Osiris.
Oh my god, Trials is so much fun. It's like the most competitive thing on the game.
I mean, that feeling in the first week of Trials was the closest thing to taking down Atheon the first time in the game for me. I mean,
the first time hitting the lighthouse, right?
Yeah, first time. No, not even first. Yeah, I guess first time hitting the lighthouse. You know, when you're on that last game. You know, you're pumping, sweating, shaking. You know, we call it. I don't know how many of you guys know about hunting, but we call it buck fever. Like when you're shaking and you're like nervous and you know what you're about to do and you can't. I don't know. Like I said, there may be some southern terms that come out tonight.
Buck fever.
You never heard of buck fever?
No, man. I'm from New York. I don't even know what a buck is. I'm assuming you're talking about the dollar menu at McDonald's.
I feel like I have to explain it now. It's when you have a deer with very large horns in your scope, and all of a sudden, like, you just start to shake uncontrollably for no reason and breathe heavily, and you don't really know what's going on, and then you pull the trigger. That's buck fever.
That's all the time for me.
That's what, see, you do know the feeling.
True.
You do know the feeling.
Actually, yeah, I would have to say getting the lighthouse was a lot more exhilarating than taking down Oryx in hard mode.
Cole cried. She cried when she went to the lighthouse.
I cried. Okay, so I tried for a month and a half to get to the lighthouse. Like, every day I played for almost 4 to 6 hours of trials trying to get to the lighthouse. The moment we got our 9th win, I literally dropped my controller to the point they could hear it on my mic. And I have carpet flooring, so they could hear the controller drop. And I sobbed all the way to the lighthouse. Like, I just broke down crying. It was the most exhilarating thing I ever experienced. It was so awesome.
I mean, for me, that moment of shooting, and at the time, it was super good advice, and just unloading super good advice into Atheon and watching him go down was somewhat similar for me. I can remember dropping my controller, we've been grinding for 6 hours, and just watching him go down. It was great.
I can do like 35 minutes, which is so
funny. Yeah. We speed ran it. I don't know, do you all know Syndicate Gaming Network, SGN? We speed ran it in a competition for them, and we ran it in like, it was just like the Dark Below, so this is not the new light level or anything. It was, we did it in 34 minutes, I think, and like back in the Dark Below, which was crazy then. Like, that was so fast.
Yeah, it's unheard of almost the time.
That's crazy.
We played it a lot. We played a lot.
So I got a question, and my question is, how do you guys deal with the differentiating yourselves from another pretty successful gaming community in Dads of Destiny? Because I'm sure you got a lot of confusion relative to some members with Dads of Destiny and DadsGaming. There's got to be some confusion there, no?
There's a little bit, usually for people who are not a part of DadsGaming. Our DadsGaming guys, again, the nature of the type of people we are, we're not the I want to get YouTube famous, we're the I want to find people to play with, and I don't care what you're called. And it's usually only if they've had a really bad experience with said other gaming group that there's a stark difference between the two at the outset. We've had a couple of people that have come over and been like, man, you guys are so much more low maintenance. I can't believe it. It's really much more comfortable for me. And just because I think we're less stressful about, hey, be active here, hey, go do this, or hey, go do that. So that has helped differentiate us because we just say, yeah, we're DadsGaming. And the other thing is, too, we're not shoehorned into Destiny, right? Like, so like, for example, last night I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, and then I jumped in to play Trials before I went to bed. Or you may be, somebody that plays Black Ops, and they come, and our forum page is, hey, designate which game you're interested in playing, and then ask your question, and people can jump in and get involved. So that helps differentiate because Destiny is just a small part of what we offer, kind of on the whole.
Let me ask you this.
You don't have Destiny in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps.
I know in our clan we also have a few dads who are part of our community and whatnot. And sometimes those dads in our community actually come on and play with their kids. The kids also have a Destiny account and whatnot. Do you guys get a lot of those dads in your community who plays with their kids and whatnot, or are you guys just exclusive to?
No, we do. We have some that'll bring in so we're also I've tried to make sure that I make this clear. We're super flexible, right? Like our members have to be dads, but we regularly will play with people that are not dads because we're not jerks about it, right? So it's like I said last night I ran trials with a guy named Dinar Dog who's just a friend of mine that I run trials with, and I think he's in college, right? And then a guy named Josh Clout, who was part of the Red Bull community deal that Destiny did before the release of Taken King, and so I mean we play with different people, and so a lot of times kids may be involved in that, right? Like I think last night somebody put a message in our group like, hey, sorry, my kid was playing on my account earlier, but every once in a while you'll get somebody that brings their kid into play, but usually kids have gone to bed when we're jumping on to play together. It's very rare that we'll be able to play together because most of us don't have multiple gaming consoles and things like that. But like my daughter, she is 2.5, and so I got her a Wii U for Christmas, and I'm teaching her how to game and teaching her how to play and restricting her online usage and all those fun things. So she's not there yet, but she will be.
She will be, but you're teaching her right now. Yep.
Yeah, raising her right.
So what's the end goal to DadsGaming? Is it more of just continuing to just organically grow relative to people that fill your guys' niche? Is there an end game to the community, or is it more of just, hey, we're here to fill a niche of dads who are looking for a community, and we'll always be here for those guys?
Yeah, so a little exclusive information, I guess. I mean, somewhat exclusive. Some of the things that we want to do this next year is that we want to give dads an opportunity to, yes, be involved in the community through playing with us, but also, if they want to watch, their friends or dads they play with play, we want to give them an opportunity to do that. So we might run Twitch while we're playing, just as an opportunity for somebody to be able to watch their friends stream. But we're not ever going to be a place that is we're totally concerned with like driving revenue and things like that. So it will be a continual organic growth, but there's also some intentional growth too, right? So we want to be able to say we've already locked down Twitter names for like Division Dads and things like that will be coming out next year, and push into those games as they come out, and just continue to organically grow, but also be intentional about leaving no dad behind the game with pubs.
Interesting. So, so if you guys are just tuning in, we do have LesGetGaming from DadsGaming here with us. He's a community manager on the PS4 side. We also currently have a podcast contest ongoing. If you've also just joined us, Cole was inspired by something. No, it was not cheeseburgers, but it was something else, and that was something that inspired her to write the popular blog on xAllegiancex.com, which is called the Enmity Hierarchy. We are asking you guys, what was her main inspiration in writing TEH? So, first person to answer that correctly will get the popular gift that we give each week. So, with that being
said... And no, it's not Chicago.
It is Chicago. It is Chicago. It's not just Chicago. It's You're My Inspiration by Chicago.
Yeah, we can't totally rule out Chicago though.
Yes, we can.
So from an organizational perspective, how do you guys organize stuff? Do you guys have internal events for your dads, or like what is the whole? How do you get involved with the Dads Gaming? Like, how do you guys connect with each other?
Yeah, so actually, as soon as I'm done with this, I am bouncing over and hosting a Dad's Gaming night on Rainbow Six Siege. We have dedicated gaming nights, right? So we'll promote a week or two ahead of time. Hey, on such and such a Saturday night, we're going to be playing such and such a game starting at X time, and that's just a way for dads who may have to plan out their gaming time to be able to game with other dads, if that makes sense. So that they're not just jumping on hoping somebody will be there. So that's a good way to keep our community involved and keep them feeling like there are other dads out there they play with. It's not just a theoretical community. And we do that through our Reddit page mainly. That's the easiest way for us to do it. We'll post it on Twitter. We have dadsgaming.com, which is our website, but that's more of kind of our promotional giveaways, and we do a lot of giveaways relative to other clans. So we do games and PSN cards or Xbox cards and stuff like that. So that's all done through our website or through our Reddit page, which is DadsGaming on Reddit. So it's reddit.com, r/r/dadsgaming.
Nice.
So that's we do it there. We post it there. You can make comments. A lot of times it's a really good place to facilitate conversation, whether it's, hey, I was having this problem the other night when playing Destiny where I kept getting killed by the gaze of something, and so we can kind of say, hey, let me tell you about that. Better yet, why don't we jump together and I can play with you later and show you exactly what you're looking at and go from there. So that's where we facilitate most of our conversation.
Yeah. How do you navigate that thing? I get lost in Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit is tough.
I was a Reddit newbie. Oh, look, Cole, I was the newest of new Reddit users, and I was like, what the crap is Reddit? Why don't we just do this on Twitter, or why don't we just do this here or there? But now that I've kind of figured it out somewhat, and I'm still not a pro by any means, like I'm still trying to figure out what Flare is. I do like to be able to say, hey, this is a really good way to organize things, because it's a conversation, facilitator. And then I realized there's things for like the NBA that has Reddit, and the sports nerd side of me was all kinds of excited. So
you're an NBA fan?
I just don't get it.
Oh yeah, I'm a hardcore NBA fan. I live about 2 hours north of New Orleans, so we go to a couple of Pelicans games, and I've got a friend who has far more money than I do, and his Christmas present and birthday present to me each year is that he takes me to sit courtside for the games.
Oh, nice, man.
So.
Nice.
Wow.
So you guys don't have like a sublet community for the kids of the Dads Gaming, like Baby Turtles Gaming or Baby
what?
Baby Turtles Gaming. No, we don't have a Baby's Turtle Gaming network yet. But I could see that being a possibility down the road. I'll have to submit it for approval through the grapevine.
Well, if you guys use Baby
Wow.
Turtle Gaming, you know who came up with that, just saying. So.
All rights reserved. Yeah, all rights reserved.
All
for
rights
Stevie.
reserved.
Wow.
I don't know. After all the garbage you were spitting about the Iron Banner gear earlier, I can't know that I'll even take any suggestions you give because I don't know that any good ideas can come.
Oh man,
I'm
well,
a big fan. I'm a big fan of the aesthetics of the Iron Banner armor this time around.
See, I mean, a chainmail hood doesn't
I
make
wasn't
any sense
I
at all
wasn't
to me.
really making fun of it. I was just kind of questioning exactly what was the inspiration. Was it, drop down gates for castles, or are we playing a futuristic, are we playing a futuristic shooter game? I didn't mind it. I just,
See, I don't like because look what Zod's wearing. This freaking chainmail hood. That doesn't make any sense for a hunter. It's
I
gonna
like
be
that.
noisy. It's
But I
gonna
do
be
like that.
shiny.
Better. I'm
It's
sorry,
bad. It's just bad. It doesn't make sense to me.
listen, it could be
What? No.
quiet chainmail. We're futuristic, so it's like it's not. It's
but
like
what
that.
I'm wearing on my head doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, that makes sense. That right there.
Yeah, that
This
makes no sense.
Absolutely no
So,
sense.
so a hunter's gonna
That makes
sneak up with a
sense.
big wolf on their head? Like, come on, like that is.
Somebody
Like,
hunt buffalo?
oh my god.
We're not. We're shooting aliens. We're not hunting buffalo.
They're alien buffalo. They're Mars buffalo.
Zod,
Think of all our Mars buffalo.
yeah, it's time to gather some Vex milk. Let's put on your hood and let's go. Son.
Yeah, okay.
Sneak right up on them. You never know.
I mean, but it does. I like Cole's explanation earlier. It's a throwback to that Iron Lord, the Lords of Iron, and we don't know what they
Yeah.
wore then. Maybe this is what
Medieval
they wore,
times.
and it's a nod. It's a tip of
There
the
you go.
cap.
See? We all know
You don't
Bungie is a
know.
bunch of
Don't
time
act like you know
travelers.
me. Don't act like you don't know me.
Oh, quick question.
I mean, I
Um,
like it.
Les, I got a very important question here that we always ask every person that we interview here. Who is the
Oh,
master
do that.
race in Destiny?
Oh,
For what topic? I mean, are we talking
no,
about
no.
PvP master race? We're
Just
talking about...
just all together, like the master race of the game. Is it a Titan? Is it a hunter?
You're looking
Or
at him.
is it a
You're
warlock?
looking at him.
Warlock.
No.
Warlock.
You're looking
no,
at him.
you were
You're
so
Look at that,
being thrown off the tower.
You're
No.
looking at him.
Wait,
Cole,
what-
you saw the
What
sword.
was,
You saw the
what was
sword.
his answer?
No.
What was his answer? Cole?
Yeah, what was his
What he
answer?
is. What he is.
What was his answer?
That was
Speak
Yeah.
it. Speak the
Speak
name,
it.
Cole.
Not saying it.
Clearly,
Not
clearly
saying
the
it.
person who spent 4 hours to 6 hours a day for a month and a half on end has the master race. Clearly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What? Hold me
It
back.
had nothing
hold
to
me
do
back.
with you, Cole. It just
Come
had
here.
it's that hunter
I'm
race.
ready off the freaking tower. Come here.
That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, in my book, especially this, like, we have to be really quiet about Stormcaller right now because I do not want it to get nerfed. But holy moly, it is out of control good.
No, it's not. I took down a frickin' Stormcaller and Iron Banner with my Mida.
That kid must have just bought the game for Christmas and was
right.
running into the wall randomly.
Warlock?
Well, fine,
You're
yeah.
sticking up for the Warlock.
He is our
Freaking
guest.
Titan.
I mean, of course. I mean, hey, Titans are
Zod
neutral.
actually told me. Zod told me he was team shooting from the side with an Iron Wreath, and that's what did it.
Oh.
Well, Zod is on a
Yeah,
hunter right
whatever.
now, so he's kind of being a little bit of a sellout. So I don't know what's going on right
Yeah.
now with that.
He's the true master race right there.
It's the gear. No,
all I
really-
want to do is show how stupid my new cloak looks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I told
I
you.
would say
That's what I want to do. This is.
up until they
that's
nerfed,
not
up until they nerfed Blade Dancers into the ground, I would have sworn that Hunters were the better race for PvP, but they nerfed
yeah.
Blade Dancers so hard that I could not. I just couldn't.
I
when
hate the
compared with
Blade
other
Dancer.
other things.
I mean, the golden gun is still good. I prefer the golden gun over Blade Dancer when I'm on my hunter on PvP.
Well, I was talking to one of the guys last night, and he said, think about it this way: you use one of those Blade Dance swipes, and it takes away, a good chunk of your super. But you use Storm Trance, you can just float around consistently holding down R2, and it barely takes away from what you're.
Yeah,
what you're
and then you run into a Night Stalker and you get tethered. Then what? then
Yeah,
what?
unless you're this Night Stalker, then she'll hit a wall on the side and completely miss you.
That was one time.
Well, why?
Clearly there's some
Clearly, there's some feelings of discouragement being.
Well, at least you don't look like a freaking dinosaur with this stupid helmet that I'm wearing right now. I hate this helmet. I don't even know why I'm wearing it.
Actually, wearing one of the best Warlock gears out there, which is the Vlog gear, and it's just.
Oh yeah, I took the helmet. I swapped the helmet for the Iron Banner one a minute ago, but this helmet is absolutely tasty as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your gear, man. I like those. I like those those gloves you have on, man. I mean, they're all pulsating and stuff.
Gauntlets.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Those are solid.
I
really don't like anything Cola's wearing. She looks like a Coca-Cola machine gone bad that needs to be returned.
It was the futuristic vending machine.
Yeah,
look at her. She's a robot.
Okay, now you're hitting on Exos?
Give me a Diet Coke, please.
Although I do have a crazy rare shader. I'm wearing a crazy rare shader. I'm wearing the God of War. So that is not.
Oh, God of War, huh? You're wearing that shader? The God of War shader.
I had 3 of them.
Oh, I'm super pink now, so... Actually, I think I have it too. Hold on, let me see if I have the God of War shader.
Pink. It's burning my retina.
Oh, I love it. It's so
He looks luscious, Cole.
Look like a luscious...
Why is luscious such a good word? I mean, you might as well call it moist. Ugh.
Actually, I think the God of War one, I hope I didn't delete it, but I did have it at some point.
It's an actual shader vendor, right?
Yeah, if you delete it, it's at the vendor. You're good.
Yeah.
No way!
Salt and crab, like a severe one.
Yeah!
Oh
God
my God.
So once you wait a second, once you have it, wait, where's the shader
It's over
vendor?
near Eva Levante.
Come on.
Oh my God!
Come on! Oh my God! I can't believe
Listen. I don't play much anymore because I'm running this damn community, alright?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and who's helping you there, huh?
There's a lot of truth being told right now.
Oh my God.
All
You
right,
never
let's
knew
go.
about the shader vendor? Seriously?
Maybe. I don't know. Is it, here we go. Here we go.
That's the emblem.
That's the banner one.
Oh.
Over here.
This one. That one.
Wow.
Let's see.
Well,
God
that's
of
embarrassing.
War. God of War. Where are you?
Now I'm luscious.
Wow.
Where is God?
Anyways, so I still don't have an answer for my
It's on
contest
page
question.
2. It's on
Yeah, it's
page
on
2
page
in
2.
the activities.
Oh, so many activities. There it is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I did get it. So, like, this doesn't pop up if you don't get it, right? Like, you have to have it.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, it'll be grayed out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, I thought I had it. Now I look
Oh
all
my God.
beastly. Like, look at me. I'm like a little red dinosaur. Rawr.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I have a question for our Warlock guest here. So how does one go about joining your community?
So one would go about joining our community a couple of different ways. The first thing I would suggest to do is just go to DadsGaming.com because that has a link to all of our locations, right? So that's got the Reddit page where you can join the Reddit and subscribe there. It's got the clans for like Bungie, so you can go if you're Xbox or PlayStation and sort those out from there. It's also got the Twitter accounts for all of our gaming platforms, so it's got all the different games, and then you would just simply connect with us on Twitter or Reddit or inside of that individual game. We try to make multiple points of contact. We have people regularly checking each of those. We have we're partnered with Overdog on Xbox, so if you have an Xbox, you can favorite Overdog and then join the community there. And then also on PlayStation, we have a PS4 community, the DadsGaming on PlayStation 4 community.
Nice.
So those are some different ways. And then so on Twitter, we're at DadGamers. On Twitter, I'm at LesGetGaming. You can find JC Jesse, which is JESSE, and then also Renovatio, RENOVATIO.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well,
That's
thanks.
off the top of my head, so.
Well, thanks for joining us, Les. We appreciate it. And for everybody out there that's watching the live feed, definitely check out these guides at dadsgaming.com on the Twitters that Les just gave out. Definitely give Les a follow, LesGetGaming on Twitter. And yeah, we appreciate you having us on. It sounds like to me, DadsGaming has a nice niche for dad gamers, but really follows very similar community. You guys try to do basically the same things for your gamers as we do here in Allegiance, which is nice to see that camaraderie and similarities between your community as well as ours. And we just do it in a little bit of a broader format. But it was awesome to talk to you, man. We appreciate you having you on. And
anytime that you guys want to play with us, you're welcome to. But like I said, we're not exclusive to only letting dads play with us. You're welcome anytime around the dads community and neighborhood while around.
Any last words for Lesod and Cole?
No, I think a freaking full raid full of dads would be great because I love dad jokes. I really do. They're great.
It'd definitely be fun to raid in that atmosphere. But no, man, it's a great thing that what you and your community are doing, man, and hopefully we can game together at some point. So.
Absolutely, especially since you have a kindred heart for just the PvP stuff. That's where I'll be. maybe we'll be really, really nice and bring along some crazy good YouTube streamer and get Cole to the lighthouse again.
Ooh, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, and then she starts crying her eyes out.
Whatever.
My only requirement would be that she is pictured on stream crying if that's what happens.
Yes.
I you know what? I will agree to that. I actually will agree to that.
There you go.
Well, there we go.
There you go. I'm sure we can pull some strings. You definitely don't want me trying to carry the lighthouse though, because that's not going to happen. I would run you into the ground. It would be bad. So, well, thank you guys for letting me come today. I really appreciate it.
No problem, and thanks to everybody who watched the podcast this week. Tune in next week. We have the founder of Safe Gamers coming on with us, guys. So that should be interesting. You know, the fellow guy version of Dames of Destiny, Safe Gamers coming on. So that should be a nice little interview that we're going to have there. And we'll actually have 2 podcast giveaways to give since tonight no one guessed your first one, Cole. So it's time to roll that over to next week. But
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago is my answer. Chicago is my answer.
Chicago.
You're the reason for my life.
Oh.
You're the inspiration.
Zod, jump in there. Zod, jump in there right there. Come on.
I can't, man.
Inside.
I can't do it, man.
Well, alright guys, well thanks for tuning in so much, and we will see you next week.
Later, guys.